Hello there guys, SSJ Hyperion here, and today we're getting straight back into the topic of what if all the content in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super was in the main timeline. Now I encourage you to stick around, because in this part, the story is changing a lot, and getting much more interesting. So also, just before we start, just leave a like, and subscribe if you really like the video, and leave a comment for me, telling me how I can improve the video, and any concerns you have. Alright guys, let's begin. We start off at the end of the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, where Master Roshi, Goku, Krillin, Bulma, Yamcha, Oolong, Puyor, and Launch book into their room for the last time. As a couple of hours later, they leave and finally meet up at the tournament gate, where they say their goodbyes. With Yamcha going on ahead with Bulma, Oolong, Puyor, they basically got trapped into a sandstorm after their car breakdown. And this would probe them to basically go around in circles until they inevitably reach back to the tournament gate, where they'll start their own adventure off again. And Master Roshi and Krillin would basically go around the city and be left to their own devices, along with Launch. Goku in this time would actually go ahead and go off to try and find his grandpa's Dragon Ball. And while he's traveling, he'll see Nam, who is actually being attacked by a pterodactyl. And just in the nick of time, before Nam is inevitably eaten, Goku saves him, and Nam thanks him profusely, before hopping onto the Kintone, or the Flying Nimbus, showing us how pure Nam is. Just being able to ride the Flying Nimbus itself is an accomplishment he doesn't even know of, or even Goku at this point. But did continue on their journey, eventually meeting up with Giran and his clan, where Goku would be forced to break their dam, though with their permission, breaking it, releasing much more water than before, and basically saving Nam's village. As they return, a sandstorm inevitably comes, before dirtying all the water, and Nam and his village feels defeated. Nam literally just lost everything after just gaining everything, and he just feels so angry. But before he can even let out his rage, he prays to the gods once more. And as he does, Goku actually finds a lake for Nam's village. And Nam and his village is just perplexed at this point. They're being blessed every second, and they don't know how to thank Goku, or even thank the gods themselves. Nam decides that maybe it's time that he leaves his village and actually travels along with Goku, just to repay him for all he has done. With his last words, saying goodbye to each and every one of the villagers of his people, before leaving with Goku, and inevitably starting the Red Ribbon Saga. We would then pan off to a shop, where a greedy shopkeeper would try to sell Colonel Silver, the Pilaf gang, and Goku fake Dragon Balls, before being found out by Nam, who would be pretty upset. But then Colonel Silver would step in, immediately killing the shopkeeper, only for the whole gang themselves to realize that the Dragon Ball is actually on top of the building. They find a bird's nest there in a tree, where Colonel Silver actually tries to take the Dragon Ball, but the bird there flies off with the Dragon Ball, only to be eaten by a pterodactyl not too long after. And then that pterodactyl is immediately killed by the Oxen himself. Minutes later, on Pilaf's radar, he'd pick up the Dragon Ball. He's actually pretty surprised at this point, and his gang just heads straight for the Dragon Ball. And he notices a sign that is not actually stated to be Goku, but he knows that that's what was being expected, for Goku to come back and actually marry Chi-Chi, That's what Chi-Chi actually thought was going on, but she was dead wrong. Pilaf would actually dress you up as Goku, basically tricking all the villagers and the Ox King and Chi-Chi. This would lead to him actually obtaining the Dragon Ball. But before he could even leave with the Dragon Ball, Colonel Silver comes up with his whole army and basically takes the village by storm. And he takes the Dragon Ball and leaves. Goku would actually meet up back with Chi-Chi, and she would realize that Goku wasn't even coming to marry her. And after a while, he would actually leave. And Nam and Goku would actually see Colonel Silver. And that's when they'd get blasted out of the sky with Colonel Silver's rocket. And as they begin to fall, Colonel Silver's men would actually start firing their firearms. And Nam would actually have to be a bit more careful than Goku, as he is superhuman, but the bullets, after all, could actually hurt him. Especially because we're talking about almost military-grade weapons that Colonel Silver actually has in the filler. And Nam would actually have to be just a bit more careful than Goku, as I said. And the fight would ensue on, with Nam actually taking out a good amount of the soldiers, and Goku actually kind of heading first off to Colonel Silver after he just destroyed his Kintone, his flying Nimbus, a gift from his master. And Goku wastes no time, but Colonel Silver gives up a bit better of a fight in this timeline, before actually just getting destroyed. And Goku and Nam would take down the rest of his men and continue on foot. We would meet Nam and Goku further into their journey, where they'd drop into the snow as the freezing temperatures began to take over. And as they did, Snow from Jingle Village would actually see them. And noticing that there's two instead of just one, like in the main timeline, she would actually head back to her home, where she'd get the help of her reluctant mother. They drag them back inside and give them some warm tea to drink. After this, Nam and Goku would thank them. And after hearing about their situation, Goku and Nam would head off to Muscle Tower, after getting some warm clothes of course. As they arrive, they feel a weird presence, and as they turn around, they see it. It's the farmer with the shotgun, and immediately he destroys them. No, I was just messing with you guys, just checking if you guys are still paying attention. Anyways, as Nam and Goku actually arrive to the Muscle Tower, they are instantly attacked by guards, who scream out that there's a child and a grown man trying to attack the tower. General Wright would literally just tell them to just kill them immediately, and that's what the soldiers would try to do, before getting taken out by Goku's power pole. And then Goku and Nam would hold on to the power pole, going all the way up to the tower, and breaking in immediately. Okay guys, I just want to ask you a question pretty quickly, and this is gonna play a big role in the next part. So, we know in like the main timeline, General Wright, he didn't actually send all of his forces into the main lobby because Goku was a child. But now that Nam is there, does this change anything? This is all up to you guys, and trust me, either choice will actually change the story a lot. Anyways, so guys, this is going to be the end of the video, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you liked this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and even leave a comment, because this will help me and my channel out very much. And don't worry, because this channel isn't going to stop for now, and the content will be coming out further and even more. And I'd just like to thank you guys once more for watching, and have a swell day, alright? Thank you for joining the Hyper Squad, and this is SSJ Hyperion, signing out.